these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and among these rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Hi, everybody. It's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? Leo, my love, was so sweet. That's a song that I wrote, co-wrote with Will T. N. Hall, and it's called This Is My America, and I did it last year for 4th of July, made a video. But so you can go and check that out. We'll let you know how you can do that. But in the meantime, Leo, hit that promo.
Yeah, I'm a big fish, small pond, day spring and my night's long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. Because I'm as famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Welcome back to our show. We're so glad you're here. I was like jonesing for tonight's show. I was so excited about tonight's show. So I'll tell you why it's going to be extra special. Because our friend Adam Sank, who we've had on the show before, who I adore, is my buddy for a long time. He's doing a show this Sunday, a comedy show that's very important. It's not just a funny show. It's very important. And he has an amazing lineup. So I wanted to have him join us tonight because I want to promo the show. It's this Sunday. And he said, hold on, I'm going to get one of the other performers to come on. And he got Irene Bremis to join us. I don't think you understand. She is not just funny as hell. She's gorgeous, and she's just amazing. So you're going to love Irene. I can't wait to bring her on. And Adam, we just adore Adam. Adam is like a fan favorite. And so we're going to do that. But Leo, first I want you to join me, please.
Hello.
There he is, my love, my sidekick. Where would I be without Leo Rodriguez?
I can't believe it's only been a year since that video.
You know what? Yes. So I want to say something that Leo, that video that Leo was showing is called This Is My America. It's a song that I co-wrote with my friend Will T. N. Hall, who's from England. He is now an American citizen. At the time when we wrote the song, he wasn't. Isn't that amazing? He became a citizen. The song is very, very, very dear to my heart. And a lot of my friends are in it. And so what the assignment was that I asked people to take pictures of their families when they first came over to America, and then a picture of them now. And so it's a lot of my high school friends sent in their parents. Leo, that's Leo's parents right there. My family. I mean, when I watch the video, I always get emotional because it's the story of immigration, and my family is from Italy. So, we've tried to represent as many countries as we could here. We have so many countries. And so it's really quite beautiful. That's my beautiful girlfriend and her parents from Cuba. She's Cuban as well. So how cute is Ruby? That's Ruby. And she's so cute. Little Ruby Choo. So it's a beautiful video, and I would love it if you took the time to on YouTube, you type in This Is My America, Maria Gentili, and it's a video and it'll pop up. Also, we were on New York One with Ron Lee. He did a special on us last year, and it was really beautiful. I want to thank Ron Lee, who is a lovely, lovely, lovely guy.
You can go to that site right there. The one that's right. Oh, wait, is it on that side?
Well, you know what we'll do, Leo? Maybe we'll put the link in there at some point.
We'll go to MariaGentili.com.
Right. Well, Leo created my beautiful website, and it's on the website as well. I do want you to watch it before 4th of July because I think it will inspire you. And even with all the darkness and the sadness that's going on, I think you should watch it because it shows what America really is and should be. I think because it's everybody. It's everyone is in that video. We try to represent as many demographics as possible. Okay. Now, I want to start the show tonight we're going to promo our friend Paul Piltz, he works at Don't Tell Mamas. He's one of Mama's boys.
He's
And
such a cutie.
oh my God, and I love him. And he's also a chef. So what he's doing is this is, let me see, Leo. I'm not as close
Yeah,
as
let me
me.
get it.
Can you read? Oh, you read it, Leo. What are we voting for?
There we go. He just loves to cook. He also wants to make sure that the kitchen feels accessible to everyone, no matter their skill level.
Yes.
So he's in third place right now in these quarterfinals to win $25,000 and cook with Carla Hall. Hoo-dee-hoo.
Yes, Carla Hall is one of my favorite chefs. One of my favorite chefs. So Paul Pilz is an amazing chef. He's also an incredible singer, a bartender, and just beautiful person. So we're gonna put that. I post that on our show page as well as my personal page. And after the show, or even during the show, whatever, please go there. You can vote once a day for free, or you can buy 10, whatever you want to do. But you can vote every day for free. And please go and vote for our friend Paul Pilz, because you would love him. And we're going to have him on the show in a few weeks as it gets upgraded. And we can, once he gets to the next level, we'll have him come on.
Hey, Maria, what's the temperature out there? Is it hot like it is in California?
It is. Today was actually a nice day. It was like in the 80s, mid 80s, but it's been sweltering.
I think we turned up the heat.
Oh, what the hell? That is our friend. That was really good, Leo. That's our friend Chuck McKinley. I'm sorry. And he works at the Duplex on the weekends, I believe, but he's also a real estate agent in New York. And he's just a great, funny guy. And he is Mr. July. Now you're saying, what's happening here? So we have a calendar called the Nothing But the Apron calendar, right? And a bunch of our friends, this is the calendar. And what I ask people to do, what Leo and I ask people to do is whoever wants to be in the calendar, like for instance, Nicholas, of course, I know. He was Mr. January, to wear nothing but the apron. And you can design it any way you like. You can art direct it any way you like. And speaking of which, one of our guests from tonight is going to be Mr. February.
Yeah, burning up the wires tonight.
I know. So a lot is going on. But Chuck McKinley, how cute is he? And look, he's actually cooking the actual meatballs that I made for him. That's what he buys a lot of meatballs and bolognese and spicy
How could
sausage.
you not, Maria?
Well, I am a good
You got the best friggin' balls, Maria.
Thank you. I try to, and I know people like big balls, and I try to make them as big as possible, as long as they fit in that quart. So that's why I call them Maria's Mighty Meatballs. But so I'm cooking tonight after the show. As we speak, I'm cooking. There's chicken soup in there.
Oh, really? Oh, the
And
Three Kings chicken soup?
Three Kings chicken, even in the summer it sells. So
Yeah, well, soup is good in the summer because it heats you up a little bit. The air comes in. You feel a little cooler.
I know. So
Better
anyway,
than a subway train air breeze.
Yep. Let's say hello to our guest, Leo. What do you think? So with Danielle from Danielle Alexandria Alchemy has joined us. She's always the first one in. Leo calls you the alarm clock. That's how he knows the show's starting, because you're ready to go. So Danielle is a psychic, a medium, a spiritual healer, and she's no joke. She is no joke. I wouldn't even talk about it. She is amazing. So go and check out Danielle Alexandria Alchemy. I highly recommend it. She does past life regressions. She does what's that word? Akashic
records.
I can never say that word.
Your soul's records of many souls of our many lives.
Spirit animal reading. So she's amazing. Go to Danielle Alexandria Alchemy and check her out. You shan't regret it. Lori Towers, our friend from you, Leo. You do that promo because and John Pietero, her beautiful husband.
John Pietero. We just had eccentric behavior at the end of last month. I heard a song that I know on that program as a big fish, small pond.
Oh, yeah,
that was playing on that radio station. I'm sorry, that's WFMU.org. Sheena's Jungle Room live stream. The program is Beneath the Underground every Wednesday. If you're on my side of the coast, it's from 7 to 10. Sorry, yeah, 7 to 10. If you're on that side, it's 10 to the witching hour, I
So
believe.
Leo's in California, we're in New York. And John
Hi, New York.
Pietero, so much to be concerned about. I know. That is why we can't around. No more
No more
lollygagging.
messing
as they-
around. Nope.
As the nuns used to say at St. Clement's. No more lollygagging. That's it. So anyway, and we did a show at Local 802 for John and Lori. It was a
How was
lovely night. It was really fun. And we were well received. And thank you for making us feel so comfortable. Jean Simpson Dunn, my friend, who is in Illinois right now, and she grew up in Massachusetts. We went to high school together. Lynn Portis, genius. One of my favorite videos. Lynn Portis actually did. Leo put that video together. He did the production on that. And Lynn Portis musically directed that video. She is my best buddy and musical director and friend. We were in Staten Island yesterday, me and Lynn, on the Al Lambert show. We were out there. Okay, so Lynn Portis, can't believe it's been a year. Yeah, it has. Brian Johnson from Stoneham, Massachusetts. Hello, Maria and Leo. My wife immigrated from Portugal when she was 10. Great video. Thank you, honey. I didn't know that. I didn't know your wife was from Portugal. That's wonderful. Brian, stick around because one of our guests is originally from Massachusetts. You're going to love this. Rena Crignali Bergi, my cousin, and our, as Leo calls her, weather girl.
A weather girl.
Also from Massachusetts. And Kutu from Blade Salon in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. If you want to get your hair did, go see Eddie. Eddie, I miss you, honey. I hope all is well out there, and happy. I hope you had a happy Pride. Let me see. Okay, we didn't miss anybody. I don't
Danielle,
think.
John,
Lynn.
Lynn.
Okay, good. All right. So our regulars have joined us, and now there's three ways you can watch the show. You can watch it on my page. You can watch it on the What's the Story with Maria page, where I'm going to check that out right now because sometimes it's two different streams. And I don't want to miss anybody that's joining us. Okay, hold on. There it is. And then you can also watch it on our YouTube channel. So this show goes live in 3 different platforms. And then it normally goes into podcasts. It's Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. And it is going to continue to do that. Leo and I are investigating an avenue. So it's missing about a month's worth of podcasts, but they're going to be uploaded. We're going in a little bit of a different direction, which is actually a good thing.
But there's 6.5 years of podcasts that you can catch up on until we get the rest of them on.
Yes. So if you go to any of those platforms, Spotify, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and type in What's the Story with Maria, there's like 350 episodes or something, right?
We're on episode 355.
Yes. So
I don't want to spill all my surprises, but I did mention I'm doing a little research as we're coming on to our next passage of years. And Maria, I'll mention it again. Only like 90% of all podcasts only get to 3 episodes.
Really?
90%.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, and I think it's like 17% maybe get to 50.
Oh,
so
wow. I guess they're doing pretty well, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's good news. Anyway, so yeah, just whatever. Enjoy the show any way that you prefer. And in a couple of weeks, we'll have a party. We'll Zoom in a bunch of people from the original stuff, and we'll have a little party. And that's that. We have a lot going on, so we want to get to it.
I will say, if we want a good lead-in for what the cause is, I was home and I did watch the debates.
Okay.
And have been paying attention to what's been going on subsequently. So this comedy night coming up is definitely needed. We've got to get people up in arms. I
mean, I had Adam scheduled to come on and promote the show anyway, because I think I love Adam, and anything he does, I love. But I thought it was important then. But now it's not just important; it is vital. So we are going to Zoom in our friend. There's an amazing comedy show this Sunday at the Stonewall Inn, and the lineup is not to be believed. And starting with our Mr. February for 2025, he's going to be our Mr. February. And there's the poster right now. And I'm going to have Adam tell us about the lineup because he can fill us in on everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Sank. He's doing a shimmy.
Mr. February himself coming at you live from Hell's
I
Kitchen.
can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
You should see Irene's expression right now.
How are
So-
you guys?
Oh, I'm good. Leo, I think you're good. I can't speak for you, but everything okay out there, Leo?
It's hot down here in California, even up on the mountain, but
I know it's
it's
been
pretty
crazy.
good.
I'm
It's
realizing
amazing.
that I should have had my website under my name like you guys. Instead, I wrote comedian whore.
Oh, well, listen, both are true and both are worth promoting.
But my website is just my name.com. It's adamsank.com.
Okay, so adamsank.com. We're going to get right to it. You've been on the show
There
a
you go,
bunch of
Adam.
times, and we love you, and we think you're great. Now, what you're doing is amazing coming up this weekend, and I want everybody to get there. So, okay, tell
Thank
us
you.
about Blue Comedy.
So I came up with the idea for this like 6 weeks ago when I just got so panicked seeing that Trump was somehow beating Biden in the battleground states by several points. I can't fathom how he's even the nominee again. I can't fathom how he's not in prison. Nothing makes sense to me anymore, especially after the last week we just had. But I just started to feel helpless and frustrated, and I realized that just screaming and yelling on social media was not really having any impact. It never does. It makes us feel better for a second, but you're not really helping your candidate get elected that way. And I thought, well, what can I do? The only thing I can do is stand-up comedy and writing. And no one's going to pay to go to a writing workshop, but maybe they'll pay for a really good comedy show with really great comedians. So I recruited some of my favorite comedians, all of whom are great friends of mine. Every single one of them is working for free. And some of them are
Wow.
coming in from other states like New
Oh,
Jersey
my God.
and working for free for this fundraiser. 100% of the proceeds are going to go to Act Blue, the Biden Victory Fund, or the Victory Fund of whoever the ultimate nominee is.
Right. I love that. I love that. That's open, which is great. And there's still discussions happening. And you know what? I got to tell you, either way, I'm okay. I mean, like my girlfriend was saying last night, vote blue no matter who. And the
Of
thing
course.
is, I love that. I love that catchphrase. She just said it. And I was like, that should be the catchphrase. Like
It is.
it-
People
it-
have been saying that for years. That's a hashtag.
I love that. Okay, great. So the thing is, I'm like you. Like I love Joe. I liked him the first time when he was the nominee because this is why I like Joe. But like you, I feel like whoever it is, it's got to be. I liked Joe originally because to me, he's that middle guy that can pull both sides in. He's like, that favorite grandpa that always cares about the kids and always cares about everybody. And you can joke with him. You can talk shop with him. He loves he respects the women. He's just one of those guys, right? So
He's a really good guy, and I think he's actually done a tremendous job. I think history is going to be a lot kinder to him
right.
than the media have been, than the public has been. But I got to tell you, Maria, I shat my pants watching that debate. I was
know, I heard,
absolutely
I heard.
terrified. And I'm not smart enough to know whether or not he should stay in or drop out. I'm not a political expert. I no longer predict what's going to happen in this country because every
Right.
time I do, I'm wrong. But it doesn't matter as long as it's not Trump. I mean,
Right. I
if
know.
Biden stays in, then Biden has to win. If he gets replaced by someone younger and strong like Gavin Newsom or Gretchen Whitmer or Kamala Harris
You know
or
who I love
Hakeem
too?
Jeffries, we have
I
so
lo-
much
wow, I
talent.
love Hakeem Jeffries.
We have
I
so
love
much
everybody
talent on
you
the
mentioned.
Democratic side, and whoever it is, they
I
just
know.
have to beat Trump.
Yeah. I love every one of those people that you talked about. You know who else I love that doesn't get mentioned, but I think he's a great guy is Chris Murphy from Connecticut. He's a
Yes.
senator from Connecticut. He's a military guy. He is unbelievable. And he is so grounded and like a good old guy. He's not, I mean, a good old boy. Like he's just a really good person. And he's like one of these served in the military, but all about gun control. And I really like him. He's great
Good.
too. But every single person you mentioned is amazing. Now I want to put a shout out. Kamala was at the Stonewall Inn last year. I met her, and well, first of all, I was totally blown away because she is so much more in person that she is on television.
I
And I'm
know.
like, I wish that they could see this person.
She gets bad media coaching.
Yeah.
I've said that all along. When Kamala was in the Senate, she was so impressive.
Oh my
During
God.
those hearings, she would just blow everybody away. And as soon as she got on the campaign trail, she got a team of advisors that changed her personality, her public persona.
Right.
And I don't understand it because if they just said, Kamala, just be who you are,
Yeah.
she would be the most popular vice president in history.
I know. She would, let me tell you, that's who she was at the Stonewall Inn. She was so real and lovely and, oh my God, so warm. So warm.
She's
And then
amazing.
the day after the debates, and look, Joe did terribly, right? But where was he the next day? He went to was it North Carolina or South Carolina? North Carolina, right? And then where did he come to? The Stonewall Inn.
Yes.
He was, I mean, this is less than 24 hours. Now, I'm going to say one thing quickly and then just get it out of the way. I am a teacher, and I know that different things affect different kids, right? Now, remember, Joe's a stutterer.
Yes.
So we always forget that because he's the president of the United States. But Joe overcame stuttering, but still struggles with it. And so if he's reading something and he's not confronted, or is he answering questions in his own, space, he's great. But like I see it with my kids sometimes that I teach. Certain kids, if they're confronted, they freeze up. And the kids that stutter really freeze up. It's like your mouth locks. And I think that sometimes that's what happens to him in these debates. Because remember, he didn't do very well in the Democratic debate either.
No, but there's no question that there's been a serious decline over the last 4 years, there is with most presidents. The job ages you. But unfortunately, when you start out at 78, you don't really have a lot more that you can age before it starts becoming worrisome.
Sure, Leo, go ahead.
Because it's not that he's been in 78. And there's a couple of things that bother me about the way America's reacting to Biden. And it's pissing me off. What happened to the respect for our elders, for the wisdom? His wit was never gone in that debate. His wit was always there. He may have been a little slow in the uptake. I watched the whole thing, but his jabs were courteous. I mean, they were civil. They were expected of when he called him an alley cat, I was in hoot. I thought it was great.
That was
because that was showing him showing still that he's on top of it. He knows who he is as the president. He didn't call him an effing, a jerk like I would have called him if I was in a debate with Trump.
Right.
But he showed his wit. And yes, what person at that age doesn't have good or bad days? My concern is how America is treating our elders that way. There's 80-year-olds and other people that are running country, running companies, and he's doing it anyway. He's doing it now.
Listen, he's got more on his plate. In the whole world, he's got more on his plate than anybody. Think about that. He's the leader of the free world. And with everything happening in the world, it's a lot. I mean, I have days where I'm like overwhelmed because I got to get my laundry done and cook and work on a project. You know what I mean? So
but I think they should be respecting him as much as they respected FDR, who was in a wheelchair.
I know.
Wasn't up to it and ran 3 terms and got our country out of the depression.
I know.
So I think that our expectations as a greedy culture, because that has assumed the way the generation has come, they need to back up and respect Uncle Joe, Grandpa Joe, whatever they want.
And I agree with you 100%. I also think that they will work it out. And the best person will run, because what this is really about at the end of the day is it cannot be Trump. It cannot be Trump. It is the end of the world. It's the end of the world. That's it. I'm going to be dramatic. It's the end of the world. So you know what? That's why Adam's doing his show. And I love that you're doing your show, Adam. I'm so excited about it. I have to work at Brandy's at 9, but I'm going to come to your show first and then drive off. So please, are you kidding me? I'm so excited. You tell us about the lineup.
So we have an incredible lineup. Our headliner is John Fugelsang, who's a legend, been on, so many TV shows. He was the original host of America's Funniest Home Videos. He, for many years now, has been the host of his own Sirius XM show on the Progress channel. It's called Tell Me Everything. The kindest, smartest, nicest person in comedy, and really funny. And he's a political comedian. So I thought he'd be perfect for this show. Julia Scotti, you see in The Next Star, she is one of the leading trans comedians in the whole world. She made the quarterfinals on America's Got Talent. And there's a great documentary about her. She's really just a terrific person. J.L. Cauvin is America's leading Trump impersonator, bar none. You've seen his viral videos.
Yes.
He does amazing impressions of Trump, of Mitch McConnell, of Mike Pence. And he's also just a great stand-up in his own right. And then the gorgeous Irene Bremis, who we're going to bring up in just a moment, the woman with the best breasts in all of stand-up comedy, and one of my favorite people. She's always hilarious and outrageous. And there she is. And the last one is a great singer. A great singer and MAC Award nominee, Miles Whitaker, is going to be singing.
Yes, we love Miles. We love Miles.
You know
he's
Miles.
Our friend. Of course, he's our friend.
So yes, Irene Bremis, the woman I would marry if I were not a flaming homosexual.
Oh my God, Irene Bremis. Okay, Irene, first of all, welcome to our little show.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me here. I love you. I love Adam. I love Adam and his sweet little cheeks. I love him, all of it. And I'm getting that calendar, sweetie. I can't wait.
Oh my God. Yes, he's going to be Mr. 2020, February 2025.
24.
But I'm going to mail you this year, even though we're halfway through, I'm still going to mail you one. So you can enjoy this year's calendar as well.
Who, me or Irene?
Irene. Oh, you have one as well?
I don't.
Oh, I thought you did. I'll bring it. You know what? I'll bring a few to the show.
Perfect.
So now, Irene, you're in the lineup, but can I just start? I have to gush about Irene, because I said, when I looked at the lineup and Adam said, I'm going to get Irene Bremis on, I thought I better do some research if I'm having this person on the show. I don't really know her personally. So I watched her special on Prime.
Sweetie.
Oh my God. Are you are you kidding me? I literally was laughing.
Thank you.
The entire time. I had to rewind it because I missed some jokes.
It's
brilliant. And I want everybody, please. It's so easy to access. It's on Prime. It's called Sweetie, Irene Bremis. It's Bremis. You're gonna die. Just
thank you, Maria.
I'm serious.
I'm going to be watching that special with my whole family for the 4th of July.
Okay, why are you doing that to me? The whole family?
Yes.
I hope the family can take it. I know they can, sweetie, because they're related to you.
They've been listening to my filth for years. They'll be able to take it.
The Sanks can take it. Especially Lou. Lou can handle it.
Lou can handle it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So Irene, so fill us in. When did you record that special?
So I recorded it in 2023 at the Cutting Room.
That's a great room.
It's produced by Rachel Dratch, and it was directed by my friend Oner Tukel. And I said, no one's handing me a Netflix special. Adam, you know the situation. I said, you know what? I'm going to make it happen for myself. Fuck it. We don't need the gatekeepers, etc. We're trying to eliminate those people so that we can put out our own art. And I think that's also a great segue into what's happening in the world today. Adam, you're doing God's work. You know this by putting this fundraiser together.
Thank you for being a part of it.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to do it. And Adam, do you remember that we were together in 2016 after John Fugelsang show when Hillary Clinton lost and I was ready to take my own life?
That was such a terrible night. John Fugelsang had about 15 comedians in a studio together. We all had headphones and mics, and the idea was we were going to ring in the election together. We were going to celebrate Hillary's victory live on the air. And the longer we sat there, the worse it was looking. And I went home. I said, I can't be here. I need to be in my own home, watching this disaster happen. It felt like 9/11 all over again. Seriously.
Yeah, because we had a party. Yeah, my
It
girlfriend and I
was
had a party,
horrendous. Yeah,
and
it was terrible. We were really waiting for a victory. And Adam, you did go home. You were so depressed, and I hung out and cried with Micah Fox.
With who? Oh, Micah.
Micah Fox, yeah.
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 No, I went home and masturbated furiously and
Okay,
took some
thank
pills
God.
and
Thank
tried to
God.
sleep.
That's right.
Well,
I wish I
listen.
was with you. I could have slept.
So
well.
listen, now we're getting, I think, well, because I always try to see a silver lining. I think we learned from that. We learned a few things. We learned that we have to promote more. We can't take anything for granted. We
Mhm.
learned that there's a lot of people in the world that see things differently, right? And we just can't rest on our laurels ever.
Mhm.
So I love that you guys are doing this. I love that. I mean, what a lineup. How long is your show? It's like got to be an hour and a half or an hour? How long is the show going to be?
Maria, you just froze for me for a moment. What did you
Oh,
ask?
okay. How long is the show, the comedy show that you're doing this weekend? Okay, maybe now.
Well, I'll answer that. It's going to be like, I think it's going to be like probably an hour and a half, right, Adam?
Okay. Yeah. So he's frozen, but that's okay. So an hour and a half. It's
Yeah.
you have 5 amazing comedians, and then you have
Mhm.
Miles who's going to be singing. And I also, Irene, I want to take this opportunity to say that you are originally from Massachusetts, like me.
Mm-hmm.
So all our as we know what we're called.
Massholes.
That's right.
Mainly because of the way that we drive.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And we have
Massholes,
so many people from Massachusetts watching the show,
Yeah.
and we'll watch it in reruns. And then you
Amazing.
move to well, now you live in Staten Island, right?
I do. You're my spirit animal because you moved to Staten Island, and I felt like this is amazing how much we have in common. I was just flabbergasted.
And I always thought you were from Staten Island, Irene.
Come on, sweetie.
Because you
I
have that
couldn't
look.
survive on Staten Island.
She's
like I'm living in the midst of germs. I'm germ free. And no, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say that.
That's
there's
not,
some good people on Staten Island.
Oh, there's some
I've got
great
a lot
people
to say about it in my act, but yeah.
Yeah, no, there's some great people. I was out there yesterday. I mean, that's the first place I moved. I will say, and it is in your act. It is the best pizza I've ever had.
It is the best pizza, right?
Is that true?
Oh
yes,
my
oh
God.
my gosh.
You can't touch it. It's like nothing else you've ever had.
I've only been to Staten Island twice for like 10 minutes each time, and I didn't get the pizza. Now I know.
We're doing a road trip, Adam. We're doing a road trip. We're going to go see
I
Irene.
want to know what brought you to Staten Island twice for just 10 minutes. Okay?
Oh my
That's
God.
absurd.
It was longer than 10 minutes. I was dating this crazy person who used to live there. So the first time he dragged me to meet the family he used to live with, who were all batshit crazy, didn't say hello to me when I walked into their home, didn't offer us any food. I wound up cooking for everyone in the house because no one else acknowledged that they had guests. So that was the first time. The second time, he thought that his elderly dog was dying and that the only vet that could see her was her old vet in Staten Island. We lived in Manhattan, both of us did, and he made me drive with him to Staten Island, and the dog was fine. I mean, the dog was just old. It wasn't an emergency, but after that I broke up with him.
Okay.
Oh wow. Well, I have to say that there's an enormous amount of animal lovers here, right?
Yes.
Everybody here has a little dog, and I bet you they do have really great vet services.
Ladies
Not so much for
sleeping behind me as
actual
we
people.
speak.
But the pizza is off the hook, and the
And
Italian
the pizza's
food.
off the hook.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, okay. So, what do we? It's how much is it to get in?
So tickets are $50. But when you click on the link on my website, it goes directly to the Biden Victory Fund. So your donation is your ticket.
Right.
And my friend Ryan will be at the door, and he will have a list of you click on podcast, Leo. I know it's confusing, but that's the main page. My friend Ryan will be at the door with a list of names of everyone who donated and how much they donated. So if you donated $1,000, then you've got admission for 10. And you can see we've raised $1,965. If we fill the place, we'll raise at least $3,000. That's the goal. So we're almost 2/3 of the way there.
Now, can people give you cash at the door?
They can give cash at the door. They can give checks at the door. And I've also had people who don't want to donate online for one reason or another. So they mail me a check, and then I make the donation and I send them the receipt to show them where their money went. So any way you want to do it works for me.
Now, here's the great news. Let's say you don't live in New York and you're like, I'd love to go to that show, but there's no way to do it. You can still donate.
Yes, just like Gene Simpson Dunn is asking, you can make a donation at any time, just by going to that link, the ticket link, and which will take you to the Biden Victory Fund website. Make the donation, and we thank you. I mean, every
Yeah.
penny helps. It's all going to try to defeat Donald Trump.
Yes,
Right,
and that's what it's about. And whoever the nominee ends up being, because we talked about that before the show, we love Joe, but if it ends up being someone else and it's a better choice, great. Whatever needs to be done, vote blue no matter who.
That's
And
right.
that
And I
we
also
have
just think
to-
it's going to be a
That's
very
right.
entertaining show. I think it's going to be a night
please.
of lightness and laughter, and at a time when we really need it.
We
Because
really need it.
I swear, New York, I mean, this was Gay Pride weekend in New York. And after the debate and after the horrific Supreme Court rulings all week, it was like, it didn't even feel like Pride. It felt like everyone was just depressed. I mean, we haven't even talked about the fact that the president can no longer be convicted of a crime.
Unbelievable. And he's never been accountable, ever, to begin
No
with.
But you know what?
accountability.
It's so disgusting. I'm losing my shit over here. I really am. This is, I literally was terrified yesterday. I have to tell you guys the truth. I was in a state of paralysis. I mean, we absolutely have to vote blue. And I want to echo this. It is absolutely imperative. We cannot have Donald Trump in office for 4 years. He's a dictator. And now he can be lawless with impunity after what happened. I read this, what Sonia Sotomayor said, her blistering dissent. Just keep this in mind, okay? Assassinate, and I'm paraphrasing here, but assassinate a political rival, immunity. Form a coup to maintain power, immunity. Take a bribe, immunity. In other words, he's going to be above the law. It's like we have a king in office. So it's
And
just,
here's all you need to know. Republicans are celebrating this right now, and Democrats are saying it's the worst thing to ever happen. And we have a Democrat in the White House. The difference is we know Joe Biden's not going to commit any crimes. And they know that too.
Exactly.
Like, in other words, if they thought Biden was an actual criminal, they'd be freaking out right now. They'd be like, "Holy shit, he's president for 6 more months. He can do anything he wants and not ever face consequences." They don't care. They know that this is only good for Trump because Trump is a fucking criminal.
Exactly.
He does all the things. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just saying that he has never, ever, ever, ever been held accountable. And Adam's right. We know the character of Joe Biden and other, because this immunity is extended to future presidents as well. But the reason why people are just so unnerved and it's so unsettling and terrified, quite frankly, just straight up terrified, is because of the fact that we know that he's never been onus or been held accountable, and this could go terribly wrong. I just heard somebody just said something critical about Biden, and I know that people are afraid about Biden. What was it? We cannot accept Project 2025. Biden offers little inspiration, but the alternative is fascism. Exactly.
Right. But let me just say this about Biden, because I know everybody's freaking out, and whatever, I think the right thing will happen. But here's the problem. Everything's entertainment these days, right? For 10 years, we've been dealing with this reality TV star. Okay. So everybody's looking for a pop, a punch, entertainment. Somebody actually said, well, Joe's boring. A president is not supposed to be entertaining.
Yeah, we
They're
want
supposed
boring
to be
president.
stable.
But who are these people? Who are these people in America that are sitting there listening to him, accepting his lies, knowing they are wrong, knowing that they're being gaslighted from all his baloney, and he's doing typical things. Anybody ever did that to us on the street, we'd be like, "Oh, I know you already. I'm walking away from you." But these people are believing it, and these are all.
I'll tell you who they are.
They're not good in their soul. That's for sure.
It's not. I'll tell. It's not even that. It's this basic. They see themselves. Not everybody in the world strives to be their best. Not everybody does. Some people just let things roll, or some people are used to getting everything they want. And so they see they're like, that's me. That's
Mhm.
who I want to be. That
But-
see,
but-
go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no, you're absolutely right, Maria. The other thing that was really disheartening for me was that I viewed the debate from a different lens. Yes, Joe is old. I get that. Okay. And there was a slow moment, but he also wasn't feeling well. We all got that. He's aging. This is it's a concern. I get it. Okay. But the fact is that no one was fact checking, and Trump literally lied consistently
Trump-
throughout the debate.
Trump
He
said
did not
that-
say one fucking thing that was true.
Trump
And
said
I
that it
was
was legal in some states to
Oh,
kill
okay, go.
babies after they're born.
I
Like
mean,
it was so
Adam,
fucking absurd, and
That
he
is
said
the
it
most
several
ignorant
times.
argument that they have ever come up with. That's just called murder, you idiot.
Right, but she's right. She's right. Nobody
Not
fact
you,
checks
them.
him.
there was
They
more
didn't-
emphasis, even through the Democrats, even on CNN.
Well, that was
CNN,
so.
MSNBC,
CNN made
there
the
was
decision that they were not going to
over-criticism.
fact check. The moderators
Why?
weren't going to fact check. They were. I don't know.
That's
But when you
bizarre.
have someone who lies while he's lying, to
Right,
quote
he's
Rhonda
lying.
Hansome on
Right.
who was on a show I was on last night, you have to fact check because most of the country is too.
Right. I know.
Exactly.
Stupid.
No, so they're just more concerned about how eloquent it went and who's coming up with the faster answers, when in fact, you know, I feel like, yes, there was this whole the post-debate conversation was Joe Biden is old. What the fuck are we going to do? And then it slowly picked up a little bit when there was graver concern moving towards, you know, what happened with the Supreme Court. But predating that moment, right after the debate, it was all about how he was old. And it was like, what about the fact that literally everything that came out of Trump's mouth was a lie? Was a lie. I mean, I don't know how much he said that was even true. I didn't really catch anything that he said that was true.
Nothing.
I mean,
Nothing.
I
Not
mean,
one
Adam,
thing.
am I wrong? I mean, I don't get it. Like, he lied about absolutely everything throughout. I think they fact checked later, and I don't even think. Wait, somebody fact checked Biden and said that he said something about he gave the wrong estimate and number about something, and then I was like, oh my God, he had a low voice, but then he corrected himself. So he was down to 8 misinformations, and Trump was well over 30, if not in the higher.
Yeah. Oh,
escalating.
My cousin
CNN
Rena
did the
just
fact check
said,
afterwards. Yeah.
yeah, Rena just said, I did hear the fact checking after the debate, and it was 30 lies.
Yeah.
But you're right. Nobody's talking about that. So the thing is, the thing is, I say to myself, who are these people? But I see who the people are. They're not always bad people. They're just like, this is my least favorite thing. When people say, because I talk to a lot of people. I'm a bartender. I'm a teacher. I'm a caquero, and I'll talk to a wall. And I talk to anybody on the subway. And sometimes I play dumb and I go, I'm kind of undecided. What do you think? Because I know. And they say, oh, I like Trump. And I always say, what do you like about him? I'm just trying to. And they always say the same thing. He tells it like it is. And I say,
even though he's lying.
Right. What do you mean by
know?
that? What do you mean he tells it like this? He doesn't
What they like about him
sugarcoat
is that they can understand what he's saying. He speaks
Right.
on a 4th grade level.
Right.
And most
Right.
people out there aren't that smart.
Listen, one of
So
my
he
favorite.
makes them feel smarter than they are.
Right. And one of my favorite lines from or concepts from any comedy show was Chris Rock's show maybe 20 years ago, where he said that if somebody in his neighborhood got a master's and came back to the neighborhood, everybody said, oh, you think you're better than us, huh? And then if somebody came out of jail, they said, all right, man, you're back. Like, great. Like you're part of us again. And he said, he made a great point, and I remember it was very controversial when he did it. And he said, sometimes people like it when you don't work too hard, because then they have to work as hard as you. And that's the thing with Trump. People love it that he's just they think he's a regular guy. But he's not.
Yeah.
And
He's not a regular guy. He's the top 1%.
Right.
He's not regular.
Right.
He's incontinent.
He's not only incontinent, he's just unacceptable. And by the way, the one thing that he does is we're readily accepting fear over peace. Like, what he does is he incites a lot of fear.
Right.
For
Yeah,
some
the whole
reason-
Biden is a criminal. Biden, all he was doing was fear mongering. Those whole statements.
But it's just
By the way-
distraction. Yes, honey.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Trump clearly shit his diaper in the middle of the debate. Somebody sent me the entire video and the timestamp. If you go to 1:16:25 in the debate, Trump is in the middle of an answer, and all of a sudden he pauses, and you hear a really loudly. And I retweeted it. So if you go to Adam Sank on Twitter,
That's so beautiful. Thank you, Adam, for
it is
sharing it.
there, and it is very clear what is going on.
You know,
Exactly.
there's
That's
this
hysterical.
I know,
I
but
can find that right now.
But I think that's what it is. I think because I want to appeal to that average Joe who likes Trump, right? Because we all have those people in our lives, right?
Not me.
Yes.
Well,
I live on Staten Island.
And I have,
honestly.
I come from an Italian family.
Oh my gosh, you're Italian. Say no more. Plus, I mean, exactly. It's just, I feel like the problem is that people are looking for somebody that's trying to, they're promising a lot of stuff to them, and the promises are empty. So they're not going to get what they need from Trump either, because he's trying to talk, like Adam says, he kind of like dumbs it down a lot,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that his baseline they can be dumb. I'm sorry, there, I said it. But I'm not saying that they're all dumb at all, because I'm not saying that because I know what you're talking about. A lot of people are working class people that really just want to work towards a better life.
And they feel
feeling
forgotten.
Like they can deliver this, and they're
falling,
Well, they're also misinformed. They're living in an alternate information
That's
universe.
it, Adam. They're misinformed, but it's what we're all saying. And
he's a snake salesman.
He's a snake oil
salesman. No.
He doesn't care about you. I always say this to people, like nice and easy. I go, look, I know you're looking for someone like, I have a theory if you want to hear it. I feel like these guys that love him, they all have daddy issues. I feel like they seriously and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that they all really miss that guy, that really all that coach issue or dad issue, or that they all want some guy to love them.
No, that's very smart, Maria. I think that's why strong men have succeeded throughout history. I think that's why Hitler, Mussolini, you ask well, how could they come to power? There is a segment, a wide segment of the population across nations for whom an authoritarian figure is somehow reassuring. Like for me, it's terrifying. It makes me want to rebel. It makes me want to point out when they shit their diaper. Like it's the last thing I want is someone telling me what to do and what to believe and how to think. But for some people, and I think it may be a daddy issue thing, Maria, it makes them feel safe.
Yes. And they don't question it. Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't think it makes up. I don't think people are like everyone that likes him is necessarily bad. I don't. Right. I think that I think what is the common denominator is they're looking for that father figure. And some of them are just boys inside, and they're 50, 60-year-old men that are looking at him like, yeah, you're going to help me now, right? You're going to save me, right? And you're just like me. You're a regular guy. But it's like you said, he's not a regular guy. He's the top 1%, and he's stolen from everybody, and he's going to steal from you. And
inherited all his wealth.
Exactly.
They've shown that if Trump had just taken the money his father left him and invested it and never did a day of work in his life, he'd have more money than he does now.
Right.
He earned nothing.
And you know what else?
Although I disagree. I feel like he would have lost his money even in an investment. The guy is a complete invalid. He can do nothing wrong, nothing right whatsoever.
He would have lost it on women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leo, did you find the clip?
I was not able to find it yet.
I can send you the link.
But also, I think the one thing is that sometimes, though, Maria, people willingly listen to him, and he is connecting to people on this level of hate, and he is inciting a lot of fear, but he's also tapping into and giving people permission to be homophobic, to be racist, racist, homophobia, whatever. Take away autonomy of the woman's right to choose what she needs to do with her body. buddy, just take away these basic human rights away from us. He is definitely, because he's instilling this fear that it's going to be taken away from it,
Right.
and then you will cease to exist. So what's
Well,
going to be left for you?
exactly.
If we give away all the pie, what part of the pie, what portion of the pie is going to be left for you?
Well, I know this is
You
crazy.
pulled up the clip. Okay, I love it, Adam.
It's too much money.
Listen,
He never took them away. He can't because it's too much money. It's
What was that?
too much money. It's too much money. It's He never took them away. He can't because it's too much money. It's
that wasn't the one I posted just a plain video of the debate. Someone edited that, but you can hear it, right?
Yeah, I definitely could hear it.
I can hear it.
Oh
sure
my
he
God.
He soiled himself.
And people
because-
who have been around him say he always smells like shit.
I
He's
bet- I bet.
incontinent from decades of Adderall abuse.
That's right. That's it. He talks shit and he smells like shit. And
He
he's going
is
to get us
shit.
in a pile of shit. Everything he does is scat. He's
Right.
a fucking scatologist, not the good because he's not helping the world. He's not a scientist. He just infuses the world with a lot of shit. Thank you, Adam.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Irene.
And scene.
This is what you can see on stage at the Stonewall Sunday
And
night
scene.
at 7:30 with the great Irene
Oh my
Brennan.
God.
Is this
Well-
why he's so orange?
Oh, hey, listen. I mean, just even that. But I'm telling you, I just want. I want to just get into people's head in a nice way and say, look, there's going to be another guy. There's going to be someone that loves you the way you want to be loved and that you can respect. Like, don't worry. There's going to be somebody. This is not the guy. This is the
Also,
guy that when you
never
turn
helped a
around will
single
try to
person in his
steal your
life.
daughter. What,
He's
honey?
the most selfish human. The idea
Oh.
that he's going to help ordinary, everyday Americans, he
It's
doesn't
laughable.
care about anyone.
Laughable.
And the ones he does care about are the very, very rich that
Right.
give him money.
Exactly. He's a narcissist. Wake the fuck up, America.
He
I
only
know.
likes you because you sent him $5.
About anybody else. Think
Right.
about it. The classic definition of a narcissist is he only cares about is he's self-interested. That's it.
Yep.
Adam is
No remorse, no conscience.
it
Listen, we can
comes
sit here.
off like. Okay, you're right.
We can sit here bitching and moaning and screaming, or we can do something about it. So
Yes.
whether
Yeah.
you donate to my comedy show or come see it or start your own fundraiser or go door to door or write letters or just talk to your friends and family and say, I'm supporting the Democrats and here's why. I feel like if more people just spoke up and weren't afraid of their Trump voting relatives and actually started a dialogue like
Yeah.
Maria does and says,
Yep.
like, here's what I'm afraid of and here's what I don't like about Trump and here's what I do like about the Democrats. Talk about abortion. Talk about LGBTQ rights, talk about basic fairness and equality, taxes that are paid by the rich and corporations instead of blue collar Americans.
Listen, you
Civil
know what,
rights,
Tom?
Democratic
immigration.
Yeah.
Principles.
You know,
Yes.
but you know what? I'm going to go to the extreme. Not the guy that none of that shit matters to. I'm going to go there. Okay. That says, I don't care. I don't know any gay people. I don't know. Let's go to that guy. And this is what I always say to that guy. You know anybody in construction? They're like, yeah, my whole family's in construction. Why? I said, do you know how many people, mostly Italians and Polish workers, that he never paid at all? Well, what do you mean? He's got all those buildings. I said, they went unpaid. And
Never
they all
paid his
tried to.
contractors.
There was an Italian, and you can I'm talking to my Italians now. There's this Italian that was a piano. He built pianos, and he built a piano for Trump, and it was like $60,000. He never got paid. His name is Tesoro. You can look it up. And he was on like 60 Minutes or something, and he said that it cost him so much money to sue Trump that Trump's lawyers kept coming at him. Then finally, he was like, "This is costing me more," And then there was another guy.
Of course.
Had all these workers that he had to pay. It was like $125,000 that he paid his worker and never got paid. And same thing, you know what Trump told him? You'll get that money back. Just tell him you built stuff for Trump. There you go. So this is the kind of stuff he does. I'm talking to my construction workers now. I'm talking to my truckers. I'm talking to my average guy that works really hard every day, that's in the union, that thinks this guy's a hero. He's not. He's a crook, and he'll steal your money too. And
He is a crook.
Absolutely.
He is a crook. Maria, you're such a sweetheart. I just love your heart. I'm telling you right now. You should run for office actually, because you speak straight from the heart when sometimes I get angry. But you're absolutely right. He is a crook. He's a sweatshopper. Just ask the people that graduated from Trump University, okay?
Oh my God,
Everything
right?
he does is a scam. Everything he does is
Everything
taking
he
advantage
touches
of
turns to
somebody.
shit, including
Yeah.
and especially America.
Yep.
Exactly. And yep, exactly.
But this is what I'm going to put out into the world. I am going to, like, I said, you know, I said to one of my friends yesterday, my friend Catherine, I said, I'm praying for him. I'm praying that
That he dies.
Well, I'm praying that he sleeps well.
I pray
and
that
I'm
he
praying,
dies.
I pray that he decides
that he
he's going to
sleeps
do other.
well, so well that he doesn't wake up. I'll finish your sentence for you. Oh my
Okay,
God,
there you
Adam,
go.
You crack me up.
I'm praying for all of them. I want them all to be happy, so happy that they don't want to run for office, so happy that they don't want to be anywhere near we are. I want them to be happy, because you can't be a happy person and destroy the world. There's no way. I want Putin to go to bed at night and enjoy his sleep.
And never wake up. Sorry.
No, but you know, like, exactly. It's like I'm praying for peace. And if that's what peace is, and another thing, you know, like, there's so many mysteries that surround this guy. Like, how did Ivana Trump just? Nobody talked about that anymore. It just
Never
Flight of stairs
talked about her fall down the stairs.
She was
Nobody
a
talked about that.
a champion skier. She was a champion skier. There's
I
so
know.
much strange stuff, and down the line, we're going to find out. In the meantime, don't waste. Giuliani was disbarred today. Bannon, it's his second day.
There's some good news in the news then, right?
Yeah, everyone that's been associated with Trump has gone to jail or been disbarred. So you know what? You don't want to be that person. And listen, I'm going to put this. I'm a big voting rights person. I tell everybody they should vote, but I'm going to give you a pass. If you we're gonna vote for Trump, and you don't like Joe and you don't like Trump, stay home.
Oh.
Stay. I'm giving you permission this time only. Stay home. Make yourself
Stay the
something
fuck
nice.
home.
That's
No,
it.
but I say the opposite, and I say get your ass out and fucking vote, because if you stay home, it's a vote I really believe.
Well, not if,
No, we need every vote that we can get. Get out
Yes,
there
I
and vote
agree.
blue.
That's right.
I
And if
agree.
you think your vote
Go
doesn't
out there
matter,
and vote. Yeah.
if you think your vote doesn't matter, remember that the 2000 election came down to a couple hundred votes in one state,
right.
Yeah.
which Gore won, by the way, and should have been president, but we won't even get into that.
Yeah. And one more thing I want to talk about, because the people are talking about Joe not being having all his faculties. The last 2 years of his presidency, Reagan was in the throes of Alzheimer's.
Yes.
Exactly. And that's
Nancy
right,
Reagan
Maria.
I mean, people forget that, because a lot of my Republican friends, and I do have Republican friends, and I do love them. I do care about them. They always will bring up Reagan.
Same,
Reagan.
same.
And I'm like, great,
Absolutely.
you like Reagan, you like Reagan. But
Reagan would have been appalled by Trump.
I agree. And the last 2 years of Reagan's presidency, he had Alzheimer's. So let's remember that too. Listen, tonight when you go to sleep, just take a minute and say, what kind of America do I really want to live in? And more importantly, what kind of America I'm talking to my construction workers. What kind of America do I want my kids to live in? My daughters. Do I really want my daughters to have no rights? And you know, guys, you too. Straight guys, you too. Maybe you don't want to live in a world where they make you guys have babies, or where they take your in vitro away. What the is that?
Yeah, you
And
guys
I will
really want to be
personally
able to
blow
have
any
so many.
straight guy. I will blow any straight guy who votes for Biden.
Okay, all right, stop
saying-
it.
And think about that. They want to
That is taking
increase
one
birth.
Taking one for the team, Mr. Adams. I love you.
What about all those children that are going to get left by all that non-abortion that you're having?
Right,
Are you going to
right.
fill up and start orphanages again? Are we
I
going to
know.
put people back into foster care?
I know it's ridiculous, but anyway, okay.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I know. But here's what I'm going to tell you. We collectively must put good out into the world. Pick one
That's
person in
right.
your mind before you go to bed that you think is going to vote for Trump, and just send them good light. That's all. Send them good wishes. I wish any Republican that is listening to the show that is like maybe going to I wish you love and light, and I hope
Mhm.
that you realize this is not your dad. He's never going to be your dad, and he can't save you. He's going to hurt you. So that's all I'm going to say, because I think it's
Eh,
important.
It's so true. And you're such a positive, beautiful person. I want to add to that and say there's nothing to fear but fear itself when it comes to using fear tactics to get somebody into office, which is what's happening right now. Okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I worked in social work for many years. There's two fears in the world: fear of losing what you have and fear of not getting what you want. Those are the two fears that every fear stems from. So what he's great at is telling people, you're going to lose that if you don't, or
Exactly.
remember what you
Exactly,
had.
Maria.
Remember what you had? They're taking it.
We're not
That's
going to have a
right.
country
That's
anymore.
exactly right. Everybody's going to take it away from you, forgetting that this country is rooted in immigrants. This country, everything that he's trying to take is what made this country the country that it is today. Everything that he's trying
Absolutely.
to thwart at this point in time is exactly why we're such an extraordinary country with
I know.
extraordinary people. And
and
I don't
everybody
want that.
wants to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's true, and I agree with you. And I will put this plug in because I think it's an important. I did happen to write this song, but it's a beautiful song, and we made a beautiful video with a bunch of our friends that came from other countries or their family did. So we'll put it on our page, or you can go to YouTube. It's called "This Is My America," and just type in my name. And we made a beautiful video, and it's there's my cousin Rena, and it's every single person in the video was holding a picture of someone in their family that came from another
Aw.
country.
That's
And-
beautiful.
And that's who we are. And the song is called "This Is My America" because it is. And
Oh
so
my God.
I
wish-
love this, Maria.
you're gonna
I
love.
really love this.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. I'm gonna send it to you. I'll send it to you. All right, everybody. Remember this. Adam, say it again. What time? Where is it?
This Sunday at 7:30 p.m. at the Stonewall Inn in New York City. It's Blue Comedy, a night of stand-up to support democracy. Go to adamsank.com to donate $50 for every ticket that you want. We will be selling tickets at the door for people like Maria who drop by on their way to work, and we would love to see you there. And if you can't come, donate anyway.
Yeah, and the
Yep.
lineup. Give us the lineup again,
The
Adam.
lineup is me, John Fugelsang, Julia Scotti, J.L. Covin, Irene Bremis, and Miles Whitaker.
Woo!
All working for free.
Yay!
Oh my God! Look at this, John Pietero. We will see you Sunday. I just bought tickets. Beautiful.
Woohoo!
John is amazing.
Woo!
Please,
Thank you,
Awesome.
John.
John
Thank
is a
you,
great guy.
John.
And Lori. Okay, listen, I
Mwah.
love you guys. Leo, thank you for everything you do. Adam,
Thank you,
Mr.
Leo. Thank you,
Mr.
Maria.
February
Thank you, Adam.
2025. Irene, I'm so glad we met. You're lovely. I love you. Please,
Oh,
everybody,
my God,
go
likewise.
to Amazon Prime and stream Irene Bremis, Sweetie. You are gonna pee your pants.
Oh,
That's
thank
it.
You.
It's so
Yes,
good.
Watch it.
All right, love you guys. Thank you for. There it is.
Irene, I'll
That's
see
what
you
it looks
Sunday.
like.
Love you.
I'll see you. Love you, Adam. Love you so
Love
much.
you, Maria. Love you,
Bye.
Leo.
Love you,
Bye
love
so
you,
much.
love you.
Bye.
All right,
Bye.
let's-
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Ooh, hold on. Let me end the stream.